Hello, in this video I want to show you how to set up a OnePage with Slavlee Package in the version 9. First of all, you need to go to the backend of your Typo3 9.5 version. Then I want to add a complete new page for this example. For this, I create a new page and drag below my current domain. I will call it OnePage example and press enter. After that, I want to make sure that is enabled, so I do that. Then I go to the template module and add a complete new template for the site. Then I go to the info and modify view and click on edit the whole template record, so I get this overview to edit everything. I change the template title to OnePage example as well. Then I want to make sure to delete the example TypoScript definition that is included automatically when you create a new page template. Then I check the options that contents and setup is clear, also that the site is a root level. Then I go to includes. Slavlee Package is based on the fluid content elements, which is a system extension and available in all Typo3 extensions. So we need to make sure that we include the base template and also the CSS definition so that we get rendered the content elements correctly. After that, you need to add include static templates of the extension you want to use. In this example, we limit the use of extensions of Slavlee Package, so we need to add the basic definitions for Slavlee Package, which is necessary for all templates of Slavlee Package. After that, we need to include the static TS for the template we want to use. In this case, this will be the OnePage layout number 1. Then we can save this. And then we need to convert this common page into a root page. For that, we go to page module and edit the page. Go to behavior, I believe, and at the bottom we have the option to enable the flag use as root page, so that our page gets this global icon and indicates Typo3 that this page is the entry page for complete new domain. Now we need to configure the domain in Typo3 volume 9. For this, we need to scroll down to the admin tools. We need to go to the site management and click on sites, where all sites in Typo3 9 are configured. You'll see also my current one, Slavlee Package, and the new created one, OnePage example. We want to add a new configuration. Give this site identifier, I just call it OnePage. This identifier is unique, or must be unique. What Typo3 does behind is to create a folder with this name, and inside this folder the configuration files will be placed there. The entry point is the URL of our OnePage, which is in my case onepage.local. You have to enter here your valid domain that points to the Typo3 installation. Then we have basic language. In this case, we only use English. It's the default language, and use the GB version. And so I enter the minimum amount of configuration that we need to do. Here we're looking for English. This is also English. I keep it on the basic settings. Here we have the left to right in the English language, of course, and we have the GB flag. So this is it. We can save this now, and now we have set up a complete new domain in Typo3. when we go to the front end, then we should see at least something that we triggered the right domain and some Typo3 output, which should be the basic, the very basic of that the Slavlee package shows when there's absolutely no configuration at all. So we have reached that we have to configure the new domain. As you can see here, OnePage.local and some basic output I have just mentioned. Now we need to configure the one-pager. First, we need to make sure that the OnePage example page uses the right page template. For this, we enter the page and go to the Appearance tab and choose in Backend Layout the OnePager Layout 1. We save this. And the Backend Layout makes sure that we get the right template when editing in the backend. In the terms of OnePager, we get two columns. One column position is the section menu and one is the main content. The backend layout also triggers the front-end template in Slavlee package. The section menu is the main menu. The composition is called section menu because it expects a content element from type menu and the subtype is section index. We can give it a name. I give it main menu, which I don't want to show, so I set it to hidden. And I also want to make sure that we don't use any frames, because a frame will create a new HTML tag, and I prefer to reduce the amount of HTML tags as much as possible. We can save this as it is. Slavlee package makes sure that this section menu will get the right appearance and will put on the right place. The section index automatically adds a new menu item for each content element that has a specific flag. We will come back to this later. The Slavlee package OnePage works like this, that we add in the main content sections, and the section consists of as many content elements as you want. And to make it for the editor as easy as possible, the content elements of the section will be placed in the new Typo3 page. That means we now need to create as many subpages as we want to have sections in our one page. So I create a new page below OnePage example, and we call it for this example just section 1, save it. Then we close this one and drag it below page example. Then we can create new ones. To make it easy, I just copy the one we have just created and duplicate it and paste after. We rename this section into section 2, enable the section, and paste another section to, so that we have 3. And we rename this also in section 3 and enable this too. So now that we've created 3 sections, now we can fill these Typo3 pages with content elements. This works like every common Typo3 page. So we can use any content element that we have in our installation. For example, we start with a header. So we say this is the section number 1. And after this header, we can place, for example, an image. Call it Lorem Ipsum. Select any image that I find. I have a samples folder, and then I just put this image in it. And I just save it. Close this one. Then we go to this section number 2 and add a couple of example content also. We can also use Slavlee Frontend Plugins, of course. So let's do an accordion, for example. Accordion example. And create a new item. And I leave it on text. And just place some basic example code here. You can go ahead and put your own content. It really doesn't matter. You can use everything that you have in your Typo3 installation. There are absolutely no limits at all. Just to make it quick, put some weird stuff in it. I close this one and leave the section with only one content element, or two, I mean. Oh, I basically forgot something, because you see the duplicates here. This is because we use a Slavlee container element, and Typo3 shows all content elements that are placed on a page by default. So to avoid that, we need to edit the accordion. We go to the edit icon, and we need to move the items of the accordion to a different column position, which we can do here. In this case, we see only normal. This is because we have forgot to inherit our page template OnePage to the child one. So we need to edit the OnePage example page one more time. And what we want here is to go to the Appearance tab and say that the subpages also uses a backend layout. And it's important that we use any one that we have in our Slavlee package, because every Slavlee package has this hidden column position that we are looking for. I decide here to take the one column so that we don't see the section menu column position in the subpages, because we don't need it there. I save this one, close it. Then I can go to the section number 2, go to accordions, content element, and now we should see column contain elements, which is the hidden column position that let the content elements inside Slavlee package container do not appear twice. So we can close this one, and now we see only one time the items. Then we fill the section number 3 with some basic content. So let's take some, I don't know, why not a menu? Related pages. Let's take subpages, why not? And we select the page, maybe from Slavlee package, and we pick the animation one. Animation sitemap. And yeah, just save it. Close this one. And now we have filled all subpages with content. Now we need to go to the OnePage example and assign these pages as sections. For this, I have created a new content element that we need to place in the main content column of the OnePage example, which is the page that will actually be shown in the front end. So we go ahead and create a new content element, go to Slavlee and scroll down and look for OnePage section. We create one, then we give it a name, which is just for meta information, so we don't let it show in the front end. And then we need to make sure that we choose in the plugin tab the page that content elements we want to show. And this is in this, for the section 1, the subpage section 1. And we also need to make sure that in the, I think it's in the appearance tab, yes, that the links show in section menus is activated. Normally this is the default value, and every content element that is shown in section menus will be shown in our main navigation. This is the relation between content element and the navigation menu. So we have created the first section which shows all content elements of our page section 1. Now we go ahead and create 2 more sections that will show the content elements of the other pages that we have created. We set a title which will be hidden as well. Choose the correct page, section 2, make sure show in sections enabled. We go ahead and save it. And create one more time a new section. Section number 3, hidden, and choose section. No, this was the wrong page. This one is the right one. You can basically select any page on the Typo3. You do not have to be on the same domain or a subpage of the OnePage example. It can be anywhere. So I've created 3 pages. Now we need to make sure that we have set up the page correctly. So we need to go to template and go to the content editor, because I think we need to do in the Slavlee package meta override the default value for the current domain. Correct, in our case we don't use HTTPS, so I choose HTTP on our OnePage URL is that we have created in the sites, so I enter this one here. So after that we can go ahead and let us show the page in the front end, and then we see our OnePage. We have in the header area our section menu, which shows every content element that has the show in section flag enabled, and we also see the content element that is called main menu. If we go to the backend then and call the page template and go to the OnePage example again, then we need to enter the main menu and exclude it from the section menu, because like I said, the section menu shows every content element that has this flag enabled. So we fix that, save this content element and close this one and reload the page, and then the main menu should disappear in the main menu. So now we have all menu items that we want to see. We can click on one and it will scroll down automatically to the certain content element. And this is how easy it is to set up a OnePage in Slavlee Package. The good thing, or one cool feature, is the animations of Slavlee Package. So we can animate each section individually and also the content elements as well. So let's create some fancy animations. We enter the section, go to the plugin page, and scroll down until we see animation type. There we have currently no animation, so let's take fade in up, which is a very cool animation to display a section, and the delay we set for the first one on default. I also want to make sure that I use no frames, because we don't need any frame for the sections, because the section is already wrapped in a section HTML tag. So you can save this now and close this one and go to the second section, and we will also here select the animation type fade in and up and make a delay of 2 seconds, and also remove the frame. We can close it and edit this third section and do basically the same. Animation type, fade up, and add 1 more second for the delay, and also get rid of the frame. Now we save this. Go to the front end and reload it. And now we see that our sections get animated with the delay we have set up. You see the first section here, then the coding example is on the second section, and below that is section number 3. The cool thing about Slavlee animations is that the animation will only start when the element is in the viewport. This makes sure that the animation does not start before the user can see the element itself. Now we can go and make it a little more complicated and add some animations to the contour elements as well. So let's go to the accordion, for example, or better is section number 1 because we have there more than one content element. And let's say we want that the image comes in some fancy animation. The animation for each content element is inside the appearance tab as well. And here we can see a section that's called Slavlee Package Animations. We can choose here from several animations. Let's go and take light speed in. Delay is 2 seconds, and 2 seconds will begin when the section animation has ended. So this is something you need to concern about when you are adjusting the animation delay and want to trigger the animation in a chain. The speed, we can go and take it faster, which is the fastest one, and here you could decide to let the animate play it 1 time or infinite times, which is not very useful for this animation type. So we let it on the value default. I click on save. So now we can go to the front end and reload the page and see what happens. Then we see that the picture doesn't get shown at the first place and will come slide in with the animation type we have just set up in a speed called fastest. And this way you can make a combination of sections animations and content animations and create cool effects. So this is it, how easy it is to set up a OnePage with Slavlee Package. If you have any tips and improvements, then please let the comments in the comment section below. There will you also find in the video description all information about Slavlee Package, the link to the demo, and also where you can get Slavlee Package for your Typo3 installation. I wish you a good weekend and see you in the next video. Goodbye.